Hello friends, today I'm going to talk about decks for self-care and self-love, hence our manganocalcite heart that'll be joining us, and my coffee, because nothing says self-love quite like a cup of coffee. So I've got a mix of tarot and oracle decks here with a bonus book at the end, and I got this idea from Mystic Mand. I'll put her video in the description box. And I decided to jump on the bandwagon because February has been super not cool, friends. Very not cool on so many levels. I've just been hit at every possible angle with stuff. So we're bringing in the self-care decks, okay? And I'm going to incorporate these decks into my practice in the coming weeks. So let's start with the super obvious. The Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle. This one made its rounds a few years ago. Oh, the sun is like, it's cloudy and sunny and cloudy and sunny. Take care of yourself so you can shine your soul's light. Love it. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've used this deck. So it gives lots of ideas for self-care, obviously. Music, ground yourself, journal, massage, be still, connect with earth, movement. I love the art. I love the pastel-y colors. Beauty ritual, soak in a bath, connect with your womb, intuition, positive affirmations, take a walk, nourish your temple. Lots and lots of really good self-care ideas. And of course, we have the book to help us along in case we need ideas or we don't understand what some of them means, like connect with the womb. What did that mean? You've got your book to check it out and get more information. So really good. Definitely want to bring this one back into the practice, especially right now. So that's The Sacred Self-Care by Jill Pyle. The next one, I had to do it. Crystal Sound Healing. I've talked about it so much, but sound healing is in the title, so it had to make an appearance. Sound vibration is the bridge connecting heaven and earth. We journey beyond thought, beyond words, beyond human touch, into the place of the ineffable. There, transformation happens. So this one, QR code on the back of every card, which links you to a crystal sound bowl soundbite, which I love. That's the whole purpose of me getting this deck. And it has crystal names on each card and some keywords on each card. I don't really use that. Either of those, the crystal or the sound bites. Or the keywords. I do use the sound bites. Love the sound bites. Something very relaxing about crystal sound bowls. Crystal sound bowls? What are they called? Anyway, the little 40-second soundbite here is super relaxing, and I just love listening to them. So, of course, this made the list. I think we have more Oracle than Tarot on here. Yes. We'll do one more Oracle, and then we'll switch it up. So the Prism Oracle. This one I threw in at the last minute. Sometimes what I like to do with this deck is if I'm not sure how I'm feeling or what's going on or what I'm feeling, bust this deck out. Don't love the backs, not gonna lie, but I like to use it to identify with some emotions that I'm having. So what am I feeling today? Let's say you pull the protection card, okay? Maybe I'm not feeling protected. I would go to the guidebook for sure and using the deck in this case. Maybe I am feeling pain, faith, or maybe a lack of faith. How did we have upside down cards in here? Interesting. Anger, consciousness. Okay, so I would go through and I would just say, like, what feelings am I having at the moment, and how I would use the tarot deck. How can I work with those feelings? How can I unpack those feelings? How can I alleviate those feelings depending on the emotion that gets pulled? I think this is a really good idea for that. So if I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with my emotions, maybe do a random card pull, or Maybe if I am feeling sad, for example, I could pull this card, I could sit with it, could read the book, and then I could pull some tarot cards to unpack that further. So this is a good one for that, in my opinion. This might not be everyone's cup of tea for that kind of thing, but really enjoy the Prism Oracle. What is happening for that purpose? Okay, I said we would do a tarot. Oak, Ash, and Thorn by Three Trees. This, it just had to come on here because it gives me the sweetest readings. The absolute sweetest. It's soft and cutesy. This is a good mood deck, and this is a comfort deck. Absolutely a comfort deck for me. If I don't want my feelings to get hurt, this is where I'm going. This is the deck I'm going to. So it had to be part of this little video because it is a soothing deck for me, hands down. And again, other people might have different opinions, but this is my video and these are my opinions. All right. The Abaton keys. I talked about this in the decks I didn't use in 2024, I believe. And I said I wanted to remedy that. So here are our backs. And I'm just going to read a little bit of the guidebook for a second to help you understand why I chose this deck for this video. This oracle deck is named after the sleep chamber called an Abaton in the ancient Greek healing temples of Asclepius. Asclepius was the god of healing, and pilgrims in search of healing would travel long distances and wait to be called into the Abaton. There they would prepare to meet the god in their dreams and awaken healed or with instructions for healing. Okay, perfect deck for this situation. So the keywords in some of them might seem pretty typical to a oracle deck, a regular old oracle deck, but the whole premise behind this oracle deck is a healing temple, a healing sleep chamber, and coming out with the tools you need for healing if you weren't healed coming out of that chamber. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I just love the look of that one. So this is one I'm definitely going to be using to get me through the next few weeks. So that is the Abaton Keys. It is an indie deck, and it is by Patty Allen. So you can go to her website. Oh, there she is. There's what she looks like. Is it on here? Oh, printed in Malaysia. Her website's not on here. I think I had to Google Abaton Keys Patty Allen to find it. She's in Toronto, or just outside of Toronto. If you're interested in that deck. All right. Let's do another... Do we do another tarot? Let's do another oracle. So many oracles. Oh my gosh. Okay, the Moonology Oracle cards. This is one of the first oracle decks I ever got. And I had such a love affair with this oracle deck. Such a love affair. I haven't used it in a hot minute. And in fact, I even considered rehoming it at one point. But I'm so glad I didn't. I love the artwork. Oh my gosh, the artwork. I just love it so, so, so much. It is soft. It is so calming. And it is right up my alley. However, the reason it's on this list is... let's pause here while we read. So any of the card meanings has additional meanings. It's time for you to show the world what you've got. Shine your light. Have some pride. Spoil yourself. You've earned it. You've turned someone's head. And I think that those are really helpful from a self-care point of view. Now, these cards aren't numbered. So where's the gibbous? Let's just see what the gibbous one says, just because that's the one that's calling us. Page 30, where it's calling me. Additional meanings. Now's a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. All very good self-care ideas. So that is why this beauty made it to this list. Oh, look, here's another stunner. It's just so beautiful. The art is so beautiful on this deck. I could never, even if I never use it, I don't think I could ever get rid of it. It's just, oh, I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I absolutely love the artwork on this deck. So, Moonology cards by Yasmin Boland with its handy dandy little self-care tippies. Okay, let's do an obvious. Whew, we've got some magnetic situations happening. Let's do an obvious one. The Gentle Tarot. I obviously have the tin version. We have extra cards and stickers, which also the stickers have a QR code on the back to the guidebook. Beauty. Look, it's gentle. It is soft. It is gentle. It is loving, but still a tarot deck. Still works the same. It's like the Three Trees Tarot. It just has its own energy that is super helpful, super calming, and super, dare I say, gentle. The images aren't even like this one even has a snake on it and it's still calming. They're not scary images. They are calming. The color palette is also very calming, and they're relatable. Like even this for the Nine of Wands still works. The Ten of Wands with the fire on the back. It still works. The plants just are more relatable than any plant deck for me. Doesn't get used very often, not gonna lie. Mostly because I don't like the size, and it's quite thick cardstock, so it's very difficult to shuffle, and that's just a small portion of it. But it's very soft. It's a soft matte cardstock. I love how it feels. Just a difficult little shuffler. So, of course, the Gentle Tarot had to make this list. It's, I believe, a no-brainer as well. I don't know if I'm going to use it in the coming weeks because it doesn't give me, I don't know, it's more of a spring-summer feel, I think. I mean, there's definitely darker cards, darker color palette for sure. And even the borders aren't like, they're colored, but they're not bright, but it's just not giving right now. And maybe that's just the headspace that I'm in. Maybe that has something to do with it, but nonetheless, it is a really good self-care deck, just maybe not for February for me. All right, another no-brainer, but it comes with a disclaimer. The Reclaim Oracle. This one I find you have to be in the right headspace to use this deck. Adorable, by the way. To heal your emotions and integrate your missing parts. I mean, yep. Right on theme here. So many cards. And I think there's an expansion pack. Also cannot shuffle this one. It's very similar cardstock to the Gentle Tarot, but it's bigger, so it's more manageable. There's our backs. I'm obsessed with a black and pink theme at the moment. So the disclaimer with this one, I think you have to be prepared for what this deck is going to throw at you. Some of these cards are very confronting, and you have to be ready to receive that message. That's the only caveat of using this deck. I don't love using this deck for other people for that reason. There are some fantastic cards in here that I think everyone can relate to. but there's also a chance you're going to pull a triggering card for someone. And I don't want to be responsible for doing that to someone. So this one I tend to use just for myself, which is unfortunate because, like I said, there are some fantastic cards in here that would encourage you to explore yourself, explore your emotions. But it's just, I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing that to someone. If they get a bad one, well, bad. If they get one that they're not ready to unpack, or if they're not ready to unpack in front of someone else. But this one, I love using this one. It has been a fantastic little worker bee for me. It has come in very handy, and it has been spot on with a lot of my readings with it. So that is the Reclaim Oracle by Little Darkness Press. Yes. Designed in Joshua Tree by Marion Constantine, Little Darkness, made in China. Again, I would love that. I want that tattooed. Adorable. And we'll do another tarot. Okay. This one. This could be said for any pop culture deck that you might have that makes you happy. This is the Friends Tarot. Not sure if you can still get this. It was tricky for me to get. Of course, those are the backs. This one, like I said, it's kind of just a representative of all of the pop culture decks that make you happy. I just didn't want to bust out every pop culture deck I own. So any deck that brings a smile to your face, makes you maybe giggle a little bit, that's kind of what this deck is representing. So this deck does that for me. Same with the Unofficial Shitty Tarot. It's a good mood deck. It puts you in a good mood. If you're in a not so great headspace, if you're feeling down in the dumps, if it's maybe been snowstorming for multiple days and your back is killing you and you just need a little slice of happiness, here you go. Our pop culture decks that bring back that nostalgia, those happy memories, those, in this case, Friends is pretty old now. Hate saying that, but yeah, it's definitely that nostalgia, and it brings you back to that place in your life when things were maybe simpler for me because I was younger. I think I was in high school, but like the Unofficial Shitty Tarot, that's not as old, but yeah, just a representative on the table for a bunch of pop culture decks that make you happy. All right, we have 3 decks left. We'll do this little guy. This is just an easy little thing. These little Rockpool decks that are just simple little readers. Oh, well, look at that. Self-care. Drowning doesn't always require water. Ooh. So these are just quick little readers that if you don't have a lot of time, if you just want a simple little message, I find that these are the go-to ones for me. These cute little oracles. I have a few of these Rockpool ones, 3 or 4. 3 or 4? Yeah, just a quick little read. There's no guidebook. There's not a whole lot of stuff to it. It's not frilly. It's not, it's just got a 1 keyword and a little sentence. And there you go. There's your message. So I think this is a good one. A good example, these little Rockpool decks for just quick little one-liners if you're looking for just something to pull you out of a little midday slump, perhaps. Here you go. Use a little Rockpool. And it'll have a little message for you that might help you out in your little self-care moment. So, had to show this little guy. Toss it in your purse. Quick little one as you go. All right. Last 2. This had to be on this list. It had to. The Outgrow Yourself Tarot and Oracle. Even the name, Outgrow Yourself. The keywords on this card. These cards. Be there. Stop resisting progress. Choose joy. Pain is growing. Don't invite everyone to your castle. Oh. How do I start valuing myself? Welcome everything. I mean, come on. These are all self-care. all of them, every single one. So yes, this had to make it to the list. This, like I've explained in the past, I initially bought it because it is a Thoth-based tarot deck. And I put my cheat codes on here, come on, to use as a tarot deck. But I have found it's more useful to me as an oracle deck with those keywords. It's perfect. So, Outgrow Yourself. Of course it made the list. And then, this last tarot deck, last deck before we get to the book, this one, sometimes when you're going through something or sometimes you're feeling overwhelmed, I think you just need to go back to the basics. Golden Art Nouveau. Sometimes you just need simple. You need a simple reader. So the opposite almost of the Friends Tarot. Sometimes you just need to strip it down and go back to where you started. So you're not overwhelmed by anything else. You're not influenced by anything else. It's just you, and it's just, in this case, the RWS. Basic, basic, basic. Not a whole lot of outside influences here. Just get down to the nitty-gritty. Do your reading. Get the answers you need. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Not always, but sometimes when I'm feeling overwhelmed or I'm feeling like a little too much stuff, too much frilly, too much over the top, back to basics it is with the Golden Art Nouveau. And now the book. We have Tarot for Self-Care by, I think it's Minerva Siegel. Let's get my coffee out of the way so we can open her up. So I love this book. It is so great. I usually just do a 1-card tarot pull. She gives us some information, lots of stuff going on here, but here's what I use it for. Oh, we're still not where I use it for. So if we pull the Emperor, it gives self-care card activities. 1 for the mind, 1 for the body, 1 for the spirit. Let's go to a minor. 6 of Wands, mind. Note the things that make you happiest. In a fun, brightly colored journal, write down at least one thing that makes you happy each day. Body. Find a silly vintage workout video and have fun exercising at home. I do this all the time. I work out to Billy Blank's Thibaut. Love it. I still have it on VHS. Spirit. Prevent energy blockages by acknowledging your emotions. Express them in healthy ways like talking through things in a therapy session. Okay, let's get out of the wands. Let's try something else. 8 of Pentacles. Self-care card activities. Mind. Exercise your creativity by writing a poem or short story. So it seems like the mind is a lot of writing. Body. Use an essential oil diffuser to fill your living space with invigorating scents such as citrus or ylang-ylang. Spirit. Express yourself and release tension by singing your heart out. Put on your favorite song and belt out every word like you mean it. Fun to do in the car. So that is the bonus book. Doesn't fit on the whole screen, but here we go. Love it. Beautiful hard copy book. And it's a perfect example for this video. So there we have it. There is my video for all my decks that I use or plan to use for self-care and self-love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you when I see you.